good? My anniversary for what is good, yo? Guys, Black Clover. Black Clover. I was expecting a lot more out of this, but I guess I expected too much. Not only was this handled in one episode, and we're pretty much done with just the situation at hand when it comes down to having an understanding of what the family is like of these curse guys, and pretty much that they're the most, um, they're like pretty normal people. The guy who whispers, his whole family whispers and stuff like that, sure, but to think that his family is more normal than the eye expects was pretty funny to see. Not only did they eat dinner, relax and chill with the guy's friends, but we got to see just a different side of Gorgon and what his family must have been like. Funny enough, we also learned that whatever we were learning, it was like it could be taken as everybody just jumped the gun with how everything was happening in the house. Like, for instance, Asta pulling out his sword because he thought he was about to get attacked by the father with these candle nails. Ugh, candle nail magic. And after that stuff popped out, it straight up could check Asta's temperature, could check if Asta was maybe internally bleeding or something. All these different things that his curse magic can do, and it's kind of his son's fault for not actually getting into what was going on with his father, because supposedly he's the first one in his generation to be medical with his curse, but he's also a father, so that means the grandma probably has like the deadly curse in the case of it doesn't do anything of healing. Um, or it also means that his wife as well might have some type of uh, ridiculously deadly thing if she never went towards healing. So it's kind of cool that his father is trying to save lives while his other family members might just be in it for the pleasure of taking people out. In the case of not the father, the other family members or the other people that were cursed before him were in it for probably like attacking and whatnot. But to think our main guy and him hanging out with his family could have maybe learned how to use that poison for something like good instead of what he thought it was only going to be used for, which is killing and taking life. That is another way that the story just became like 3 times more interesting for me, because now we're in a point where, oh yeah, if he masters his curse, sorry, I just woke up, I apologize. If he masters his curse, does that mean he has a chance to start doing that type of stuff when it comes down to just changing it up, right? Like changing it up and actually doing something helpful instead of being in a position where I don't being in this position where we don't know what he's going to be capable of doing with his poison, including he hasn't really. Have you noticed there hasn't been many enemies that are so worth throwing his poison at to like disintegrate or defeat them? There hasn't been many characters like that in the show that he can attack full blown and not worry about any repercussions of them passing on, unless he fights like a devil or something, which I'm guessing he really wouldn't care. Uh, Not to throw all of his power at the devil and take it out, but with this candle magic as well, I think the only reason why, or maybe he already could do this, but him poking Asta and looking around the kingdoms, I don't believe it gave him an understanding of who has curses or whatever, or where he can find it. I have a feeling he could maybe already do this without just poking Asta, but it did seem relatively, connected. He pokes him, and then all of a sudden he looks at the black bulls and see that there's still a blue flame there, like a curse or something there. And they pretty much sum it up to everybody being cursed. Anything that the people that we know about have little, quirks or ways that they act all the time, that seemingly was a curse or something. Or, excuse me, it was Henry. It was, they think it was Yami because he has to use the bathroom all the time. That's got to be a curse. I agree. That's definitely the curse. But there's also, a witch there with a cat that's really powerful. That all these different things, and somehow there's still like some cursed person at the Black Bulls, while the Sun and Asta are here, the two most cursed people we know about, and somehow there might be one at the Black Bull hideout still. So there's that. The one flame that popped up in Heart Kingdom or whatever. Holy crap, that flame! And it was a flame further away from, from where the guy was looking for the flames at. And that's the funny thing is that flame should have had less potency to it because it was further away. Because he said the further away I look, the less accurate I am. But he looks further away and finds a flame that's so much powerful than the others, it just makes Asta believe that it has to have something to do with devils. The other thing that was really important in this week's episode was finding out about Noelle's mother and how she actually is passed on, and maybe even maybe there's some inklings of her somewhere, which is kind of unfortunate as well. Because, like we saw with the work the devil was working towards, they want a body so they can exist on the human plane. So, why wouldn't you try to take, if someone spoke of the curse that the mother of Noelle spoke of, they pretty much lose their lives, or it's so dangerous that, the Silver Eagle's captain is not dumb enough to talk about it out in the open or in the world, because the only way to talk about it is if you're straight up in a different dimension where you can't be heard. So that's a pretty crazy devil already. Like, someone, if you just speak it into existence, it comes for you and practically takes you out. Um, I'm not saying that's exactly how Noelle's mom went out, but clearly something happened for this devil to show up and target her. And now we're getting into some juicy stuff. Plus, maybe, I'm guessing Noelle's gonna go with them to the Heart Kingdom, so we might get some answers for her. Hold on! Oh, I had to sneeze. Um, but regardless of all that, I think we're in for quite a treat with Asta trying to find these devils, with depending on the people who show or who go, because we're probably gonna see some new power-ups. But I thought this was gonna be a lot more of a focus on the family, and we're gonna see just a good understanding of why certain things are the way they are for them. But it seems like they're kind of already done with it, right? Like, it seems like this was the end. So with all that being said, everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely will talk to you sooner than later, because as of right now, I am getting into the job that I was telling you guys about quite a bit ago. So please bear in there with me. I will try to get up any and every video that I always do. Plus, there's new shows coming out, so I got even more work to do. So just bear in with me and keep giving me the, you know, the support that you guys do already, because that just goes to show me I can drop these videos whenever, as long as they get out, you guys are happy. So thank you so much for that. I will talk to you very soon, if not later tonight. So with that being said, take care and peace.